Allie Pennington get into her rhythm with Tiff Harrigan in the lineup. In the past 5 games since Franklin-Simpson has had the 5'5" senior Harrigan, who is averaging 16 points per game on her own. AP averaging 17.5 points per game, shooting it at 41% from 3. She scored at least 20 just one time over those last 5 games. The first 14 games of the season for her without Tiff Harrigan, she scored at least 28 of those 14 times, averaging nearly 23 points per game over that stretch. The good news, with Tiff Harrigan in the lineup, Franklin-Simpson still 4-1, averaging 64 points per game, which is 8 points per game above their average on the season, and held both of their opponents around the Barron County loss under 40 points. That latest win holding Russellville to 36, making it 77-0 for head coach Ashley Taylor in her 7th year here at Franklin-Simpson High School. Their record when holding teams under 40 points for her entire tenure. But we talked about the star players, Chloe Smith, Pennington, Harrigan, not having their best combined games against Russellville. 10 different Lady Cats scored in that game. Pennington did lead the way with 19 points. Harrigan hit her average right on the head with 16. Mila Rigsby added 5 points. Reese, who was our player of the game, Reese Myler, with 4 points to go along with 4 from Carmen Phillips. Kenzie Taylor hit a 3 as well. Again, all of the seniors, all 6 of them for Franklin-Simpson, scoring in that ball game. And tonight, Reese Myler being rewarded for her effort. She slotted as a starter in this one for the Lady Cats. The 5'10" senior averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds per game on the year has seen her role kind of move around at different points. Had a season high 13, a huge 13 points in a game earlier this year against Edmonson County. She's going to get the start tonight in the front court for the Lady Cats, who go up against a Christian County team that does not have a lot of size. Nobody over 5'8" listed on the roster. Despite that, they're top 50 in the state in rebounds, and they profile very similarly to Bowling Green, the same Bowling Green team that Franklin-Simpson would have seen just a couple weeks ago if it weren't canceled because of the weather. A game that's now rescheduled to take place next Monday at Bowling Green. It's a very athletic team, and they win through their defense, giving up just 37 points per game in their wins so far this season. All of them holding the other team under 50, the only exception being the 52 they gave up on Friday in what was still a win over Caldwell County. We'll get to know this Christian County team a bit better right after this as our pregame show rolls on from Christian County High School. It's a girls-only matchup. FS playing the Lady Colonels of Christian County for just the 5th time in the 2000s. And we continue to get you set for it right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Moving from the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson Watch Party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Against Region 4 teams, all of which, with the exception of Bowling Green, Franklin-Simpson has seen this season. All of these games played in December. The first one, a home game against Bowling Green, they fell 40-39 to the Lady Purples. The only game that the Lady Colonels have lost this season, giving up under 50 points. They're 7-1 in such games on the year. The next one, a 78-34 win at Todd County Central. A season high scored in that one by the Lady Colonels. 12 different players scored in that game. For reference tonight, they've got 12 players that are active. One player out that would usually play in Deja George, an 8th grader, but only averaging 2 points per game. They typically go about 13 deep. 12 of them scored in that game against Todd County Central. The next one, the first of a pair of games that they played against 4th Region opponents. 4 games total they played at South Warren High School at the First Bank Holiday Clash that Franklin-Simpson won, eventually taking the championship game over Barron County. The opening game of that run for Barron County was against this Christian County team. They beat the Lady Colonels 67-54. Those 67 points, the most that any team has scored against Christian County this season. Barron County also has the high mark against Franklin-Simpson at 75 in that loss last Tuesday. The star player for Christian County, Anasia Bagwell, a 5'6" senior averaging 17.4 points per game, put up 20 in that game, going 7 for 7 at the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Colonels taking 16 free throws per game. They took as many in their win Friday against Caldwell County. In the final of the 4 region matchups for them, a 52-42 win at South Warren against South Warren. In that same tournament, again, Bagwell scored 20, but showed the diversification of her game, making 4 3-pointers. She is really the only 3-point threat for this team, with 38 makes at a 27% clip. They make less than 4 per game, shooting it at 27% from outside. That's exactly what they shot against those 4 region teams. The only difference compared to their normal averages, they took 22 free throws per game in their 4 games against Region 4 teams. So they're going to look to get to the free throw line here tonight. National anthem is on the way, so we'll step away when we come back. Starting lineups and tip from Christian County on 92.3 WFKN.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters, with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Your head coach Kiki Radford, 148 wins in her career here at Christian County. It's basically a lineup of 5 guards. The first one we just talked about, number 10, a 5'6" senior, Anasia Bagwell, averaging 17.4 points per game and 4.7 rebounds per game. She is one of 6 players averaging between 3.5 and 5 rebounds per game on the season for a team that is top 50 in the state at 32.5 as a team. Joining her in the starting 5'7" junior, number 12, Carlia Hobson, averaging 10.5 points and a team-high 4.9 rebounds per game. Joining them is 5'6" junior Carly Hobson. Yes, Carlia Hobson and Carly Hobson, they are different. Carly averaging 5.7 points and 4.6 rebounds per game. on the year. A 5'6" junior, number 20, Genesis McGee. She is really the only other player that you can look to shoot it from deep. She's their best percentage shooter from outside at 34%, but has only made 12 threes on the season so far. And rounding up the starting five, a 5'8" junior, number 31, Neziah Bell. 4 points, 3.5 rebounds per game on the year. The Lady Colonels score 56, giving up 47 per game against the Franklin-Simpson team, scoring 56 and giving up 47 per game under sixth-year head coach Ashley Taylor with a 14-6 mark so far this season. One change to the starting lineup that we talked about earlier. Reese Smiler into the starting five, the 5'10" senior averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds. Joining her in the front court, 6' senior number 15, Chloe Smith, averaging 13 points and a team-high 6.2 rebounds per game, coming off of her 15th double-digit performance of the season. 5'5" senior number 21, Kenzie Taylor, hit a three-pointer in that win against Russellville. And the best backcourt duo this region has to offer. 5'5" senior Tiff Harrigan averaging 16 points per game, and 5'6" junior number 24 Allie Pennington putting up 21.4 per game, 18th in the state, and leading the state in total three-pointers made with 85. The Lady Cats won the tip with Smith, but she tips it to Christian County, then runs back on offense. The Lady Colonels have numbers the other way, but can't take advantage as the layup from Bell misses. And here comes Franklin-Simpson with Smith open on the opposite block as she had ran the wrong way, thinking they got possession, and she's rewarded with a bucket 15 seconds in. Chloe, 12 points, just 3 for 8 from the floor, but 6 for 7 from the free throw line in that win against Russellville. If you missed it when we mentioned it in the open, 19 for 20 Franklin-Simpson was as a team in that game. Left side jumper misses long off the hand of Carly Hobson, and here comes Franklin-Simpson the other way with Pennington. Fires it into the corner, Harrigan. Baseline drive, swatted out of bounds. It was Carlia Hobson that came from behind with the help. It's out of bounds on the baseline to stay with Franklin-Simpson with 7:20 left in this opening quarter. Pennington to inbound. Goes into the left corner, wide open, Harrigan for three. Got it! Tiff now 8 for 20 from three-point range. In her tenure at Franklin-Simpson, this game number 6. Scored 25 points with 3 triples in her debut against Russellville. It's 5-0 FS early on. Left side answer comes from 3, and it's good off the hand of Anasia Bagwell. Like we mentioned, that's the one player you got to track from deep. Top 50 in the state in three-pointers made, and averaging 17.5 points per game. Here comes Pennington the other way, double team, Harrigan. Left side this time, it's a mid-range J, missed short, and the rebound is pulled down by Carly Hobson. 5-3 FS, 6:40 left here in the first. Bagwell will operate out of the point, guarded by Harrigan at the top of the key. Pass it off, and now it's with McGee. Harrigan on the left wing. Goes onto the baseline. Carlia Hobson drives around Myler. Can't finish with the left hand. Got her own rebound on the right block, and then is fouled down low on the putback try. Missed it on the left side. Got the rebound long on the right. And as she goes to the line for 2 free throws, Madeline Dean will get set to check in for Franklin-Simpson. As a team, shooting it at just 56% from the free throw line. Hobson shooting it at 54%. She leads them with nearly 4 free throw attempts per game. And the first of these 2 for the left-handed shooting Hobson is no good. Dean will check in as Myler comes out. Dean averaging 3 points per game, shooting 48% from the floor. That's second on the team behind senior Carmen Phillips. Second free throw off the mark to the left side and rebounded by Taylor. Here comes Harrigan the other way. Darts it over to Dean in the left corner. Now back to Harrigan on the left wing. Pennington off a screen, comes to get it top of the key. Jabs right now, pulls it out deep on the right wing. Guarded by McGee. Back to Taylor right side. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Down low Smith, double team comes. Kicks it out Madeline Dean, left corner 3. It's good! Fifth triple of the season for Dean. Had a couple points against Russellville. Really broke out in the first Christmas tournament for FS as a travel is called down low off the catch. Sends it right back to the Lady Cats with 5:35 left to go in the first quarter. Maddie, a couple of double-digit efforts in that Christmas tournament. She's got it again in the left corner. Gives it to Smith this time on the left block. Lost it off her knee. Goes outside the Dean, jump ball. No, it won't be called. Christian County came away with it, then threw it away, and FS has it back. Pennington wraps around a screen from Smith, fires off the dribble. That one off the mark to the left, and it's rebounded by McGee for Christian County. Spins around Pennington, drives to the right elbow, jumper missed, but she's fouled. They get it against Chloe, who came up to close out on the help. That's her first, second on the Lady Cats with 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. Now will be 2 free throws for Genesis McGee, shooting 52% at the line. 8-3, Franklin-Simpson leading it as the first one goes down. In their win against Todd County Central, where they put up a season-high 78 points, the Lady Colonels took 43 free throws, making 24. Second for McGee, rattles off no. Smith has the rebound for FS. Whistle blows. They're going to get a lane violation against the Lady Cats. Didn't mention who it was on specifically, but it'll be another try for McGee. And that one misses short. Harrigan, though, couldn't control the rebound. It falls to Pennington in the corner, who saves it. Allie will dribble it up, being guarded by McGee everywhere she goes. Sends it over to Dean on the right wing. Harrigan pops to the top of the key. Catches, drives, tries to cross left, but lost it off her own foot. Here comes Christian County the other way until Pennington picks off a pass on the far side. Up ahead, Harrigan left block layup, misses long. Smith fighting for the rebound, tips it to Harrigan. Putback try is blocked by Bell, and here comes Christian County. Left block, Wild laying up is bailed out by a foul off the drive. Carlia Hobson might have taken an extra step before she even tried to fire it up with the left hand about 6 feet off the basket, but they get a foul against Harrigan. So it'll be 2 more free throws for Hobson, who just missed a pair. Already the 5th and 6th free throws for Christian County. 3 fouls early on against FS. First of these 2 falls. And with that, Mila Rigsby will come in. Kenzie Taylor out for the Lady Cats. 8-5, they lead at 4:35 left to go in this first quarter. A couple of threes, one from Harrigan, one from Dean, so far for FS. Second of these 2 free throws falls through, so Hobson misses her first 2, but makes the second 2. And it's a 2-point game, 8-6, as Pennington walks it into the front court. Rigsby comes to set a screen. AP drives, flips it down low at the last second to Smith, who scores with ease on the right block. What a find from the free throw line from Pennington. And the Lady Cats push the lead back out to 4. 10-6, 4:15 left opening quarter. McGee brings it down the right side. Now they work it into the left corner in the hands of Bagwell. Guarded by Dean. Gets a screen, crosses left, and Harrigan makes her pick up her dribble. Now they work it back to McGee on the right side. Guarded by Pennington. Gets some help up top from Carlia Hobson, puts it on the floor against Rigsby. Another wild drive, misses the layup long, and Mila's up with the rebound. Here comes Pennington the other way. Allie circles around to the top of the key. McGee chases her down, now sends it left corner. Harrigan drives, stops, gives to Smith. Right corner, Pennington puts it on the floor, wins the drive baseline, misses the layup, gets her own rebound, forces it back up, gets contact. Missed the try, but she'll go to the line for her first 2 free throws, and the first 2 of this one for Franklin-Simpson. Pennington, a 78% free throw shooter on the season, went 5 for 5 against Russellville. Went just 5 for 15 from the field in that game. First of these free throws doesn't get the bounce, hit every part of the rim and then fell off the front. Lady Cats leading at 10-6, 3:39 left in this first quarter. Brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, or call 270-586-9899. That's 270-586-9899. You can find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. Pennington makes the second free throw. It's 11-6 Franklin-Simpson as Harrigan deflects a pass up top. Going into the backcourt to get it is McGee for Christian County. Lady Colonels keep it. Pass deflected up top by Rigsby. Goes out of bounds on the baseline. Christian County yet to make a substitution. Carmen Phillips now in for Franklin-Simpson. It's Phillips, Dean, Rigsby, Harrigan, and Pennington out there right now for the Lady Cats. Baseline inbound, nearly deflected. There's the first sub, Adriana Smith, who was up with it at first, gets rid of it to Carlia Hobson. Her layup no good, and then it's lost out of bounds back to Franklin-Simpson. Smith, the 5'5 senior, averaging 3 points, 2.5 rebounds per game. Their most efficient player from the field at 45% from the floor. They only shoot at 36% as a team. But they get out and run, and they get to the free throw line, and that's how they get those 56 points per game. Harrigan working off a screen, throws up a wild one from the right side and gets it to go with the contact. Counted and one from 8 feet out, falling away from the basket. Harrigan was slashing left to right, felt the contact come, forced it up, and got it. If she makes the free throw, Harley Crafton will come in to take her place. It's the second foul against Genesis McGee for Christian County. Harrigan does make the free throw. She is now 22 for 23 at the line this season. And it's 14-6 Franklin-Simpson, 2:50 left to go in the opening quarter as McGee stays in with her 2 fouls. Pass goes into the right corner, three-pointer fired up by Bagwell, and she makes her second of the game. 14-9 now, FS, 2:30 left to go in the opening quarter. Left side, Pennington being harassed by Smith. Dribbles to her left, goes behind the back at the wing, steps back at the free throw line, sends it right corner, Hartley Crafton for 3. Missed long, and it's rebounded on the block by Bell, who did actually come in at that last break for McGee as she sits with the 2 fouls. Bagwell steps back, kicks it out, gets it right back. It was lost, but Bagwell's the one to chase it down. She's trying to find a shot with that step back that Pennington uses so well for FS. She's hit a couple of threes off the catch, and now with McGee on the bench, we'll look to see her get far more involved off the dribble as we get a bump at the elbow. They were trying to get it to Carlia Hobson. She's fouled, not a shooting foul, so it'll go on the baseline for an inbound. With 1:55 left to go in this opening quarter, Franklin-Simpson leading 14-9 as Harrigan, Myler, and Chloe Smith all come in. Madeline Dean, Carmen Phillips, and now Allie Pennington out for the Lady Cats. They get the foul against Rigsby, her first. Bagwell will be the one to take the inbound for Christian County. They got a player on each block and on each elbow. Wouldn't be too surprised if they try to inbound it and then get it right back to Bagwell. A whistle immediately blows as for some reason, Coach Radford wanted something with the official. They've already resolved whatever it was, and we'll get right back underway. So Bagwell will try to inbound again from the baseline. They spring down low to Bell off a screen, tries to go out to the corner, and it's stolen away by Tiff. Right side, Rigsby tries to leave it for Crafton, but there was extra traffic down there, and it's deflected away. Outlet pass to Bagwell, saves it in on the baseline. Layup, though, misses for Carly Hobson, gets her own miss back. Now they work it back outside to Bagwell. Fakes a 3, now goes behind the back of the top of the key. Guarded by Crafton. Fires from 5 feet off the line, missed it long. And here comes Myla Rigsby the other way. Bagwell's an impressive player. She's going to have to be aggressive off the dribble tonight for Christian County to keep up with Franklin-Simpson. Harrigan drives right, beats the defenders, scoops it around and out. And it's cleared away by Smith. For Christian County, here comes Bagwell into the front court, chased by Harrigan. Behind the back dribble, spins at the elbow, throws up a wild one. That one rattles off from 10 feet, and it's slowed down now by Harrigan. She'll bring it into the front court. Guarded by Adriana Smith. Crafton comes to set a screen. Harrigan driving left, gets to the baseline, tries to drop it off for Chloe Smith, but it's stolen away by Carlia Hobson. Had that sealed off completely, was no space for that pass. And you see why this Christian County team is so good defensively. Bagwell drives against Rigsby, now leads it off on the right wing for Smith. Adriana Smith fires up a deep 2 from the top of the key. It's short, and Harrigan takes the rebound away for Franklin-Simpson. Coach Taylor wants a timeout. I think it's a good one. Lady Cats have gotten sped up and are all out of sorts right now offensively, leading at 14-9. Christian County making 3.9 threes per game total on the season. They've already made 2, both from Anasia Bagwell. Now with 40 made threes on the season, which makes it 40 of their total 65 on the year that she has made. Only 4 players have even made a 3 for the Lady Colonels. And it's been pretty clear from the jump. Bagwell is their top threat from deep. She's their best threat to score off the dribble. But we've seen a couple of drives from Carlia Hobson, who is a lot more of a physical player, able to get inside, draw some contact. She's taken 4 free throws, made 2. Lady Cats have done a really good job not fouling since they put Christian County in the bonus. As we come out of the timeout, Pennington checks back in for Franklin-Simpson, and now Adriana Smith will guard her as she comes into the front court. Couple of subs, or one sub for Christian County as well, as Dariana Hickman, the freshman forward averaging 4 rebounds per game, checks in for the first time. Pennington has it on the left wing, 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Needs some help, now driving right, crosses back at half court, 9 seconds left to go. Myler comes to set a screen up top. Pennington fakes the step back, gets inside, flips it up on the left block, missed it long. Chloe Smith with the rebound, her putback no good. Rebound fought for and won by Christian County, and that will bring the opening quarter to a close. It's been a scrappy affair so far. The tempo's been high, but the points have been low. 14-9, Franklin-Simpson leads it after 1 here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do it.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
About to get the second quarter underway from Christian County High School, where the Lady Cats lead Christian County 14-9, led by 6 points from Tiff Harrigan, 4 from Chloe Smith, 3 from Madeline Dean, just 1 so far from Allie Pennington. As Chloe Smith holds it at the top of the key, hands it off to Pennington, fakes a 3 off a screen, now fires from the right wing. That one misses. Rebounded on the opposite block, though, by Harrigan, and it's Tiff Harrigan. She's already got a handful of rebounds and 8 points to go along with it. 16-9, the Franklin-Simpson lead. All but 3 of the Christian County points from Anasia Bagwell, who has 2 threes already in this one. Down low, left block scoop shot misses from Carlia Hobson, but it's rebounded on the far side by Naziah Bell. She then lost it. Pennington knocked it away and comes up with it for Franklin-Simpson. She gives it over to Kenzie Taylor on the left wing. Harrigan wants it left corner. Now down low, Chloe Smith over 2 defenders, fouled on the left block. 2 free throws on the way for Chloe Smith. Had the lone miss at the stripe on Friday against Russellville, going 6 for 7. Leads the Lady Cats, getting to the line 5 times per game. Shooting 68% there. She misses the first of these 2. Franklin-Simpson now just 2 for 4 tonight. Christian County 2 for 6. It's a different gym setup. It's similar to Todd County Central. If you've been in that gym, on the right side of the floor, they've got the stage for the performing arts behind that basket that creates a one-of-a-kind backdrop, well, at least 2 of a kind. As the second free throw does rattle home for Chloe. She's got 5. The lead is 8, 17-9, and then Christian County throws it away. Smith was looking to throw it onto the left wing, and nobody was there. Thought Carly Hobson was going to get it. She didn't. And it's back to Franklin-Simpson as Pennington gives it to Harrigan to bring into the front court, and she calls out the play. 2 screen set on the left side. Pennington catch and shoot from the top of the key. Missed that 3 long, and it's rebounded by Bagwell. She splits a double team. 3-on-1. Pennington is the one, and she deflects it out of bounds on the baseline, knocking the pass out. What a defensive play by Allie Pennington against 3 Lady Colonels. She won the battle. Madeline Dean will check back in for FS. Chloe Smith comes out. Off the inbound, they work it onto the right wing to Smith. Her pass deflected and stolen away. Again, it's Pennington. Only 1 point so far, but making her impact felt on the defensive end. Gets a screen from Dean up top. Drives all the way to the rim. Contact. And she's fouled as she was trying to go up with it on the right block. We'll see if they say it's on the floor or in the act of shooting. They get it against Adriana Smith, and it will be 2 free throws for Allie Pennington, who split a pair in the opening quarter. Franklin-Simpson averaging 56 points per game on the season. 6-0 this year when they get to at least 60. As Pennington makes the first of these 2 free throws. They've hit that number in 3 of their 5 with Tiff Harrigan added to this rotation. Second one, good for Pennington. She's now got 3 all at the stripe. And it's 19-9 Franklin-Simpson, a quick 5-0 run in the first minute and a half of this second quarter. Bagwell holds up top, now sends it over on the left wing to Carlia Hobson. Still no Genesis McGee, their 3rd leading scorer on the year at 9 points per game. Functions as the point guard for this team, but she's been out with 2 fouls. Ball goes right elbow, Carlia Hobson. Drives, kicks left wing, 3-pointer on the way. That one missed long for Aaliyah Bell, the 5'5 sophomore who's made 7. That's 3rd on the team. Harrigan hesitates up top, lost her dribble, but gets it back. Now steps into a right wing 3 and hits the right wing 3. She was completely out of rhythm, then got perfectly into rhythm. Second 3 of the game for Harrigan. She's into double figures with 11. It's 22-9 Franklin-Simpson. 2 minutes in to the second quarter here on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team.
Back with you after a Christian County timeout. Franklin-Simpson leading at 22-9 over the Lady Colonels. 5:40 left to go in this second quarter. Lady Cats have scored the first 8 of the quarter after leading 14-9 after 1. And Asia Bagwell with 6 of the 9 points on the board for Christian County. Sends it over on the right side, and draining the elbow jumper is Carly Hobson, the 5'6 junior, averaging 5.7 points per game, and that breaks the 8-0 run for Franklin-Simpson, makes it a 22-11 game. Tiff Harrigan gets a screen from Reese Myler, steps through a beautiful Euro right to left. They're going to call her for an extra step, though, skipping around the defender. Had made the layup after the fact. She's already got 11 for Franklin-Simpson, matching Christian County by herself, but it goes back to the Lady Colonels. Their deficit 11. Still opting to keep Genesis McGee, their point guard, on the bench with 2 fouls. Ball goes into the left corner. Bagwell, Harrigan all over her. Gets a screen from Carly Hobson. Now Mackenzie Taylor switches on. Bagwell throws up a wild one from the left elbow extended, but gets a foul in the act against Taylor. Just felt similarly to what Harrigan did earlier, that the contact was coming, leading into it, forced up the shot, and rewarded with 2 free throws. A 67% free throw shooter on the year. That's the top mark on this Christian County team. First of these 2 is good. Lady Colonels now 3 for 7 as a team at the line. Franklin-Simpson 5 for 7. Mila Rigsby checks in as Taylor comes out after the foul. Second free throw up and good. So Bagwell has 8 of their 13. Franklin-Simpson's lead is 22-13. 4:45 left to go before halftime. Harrigan crosses over at the top of the key, stops on the left elbow, misses a jumper long. Dean, though, with the offensive rebound. Now back outside Harrigan. Drives baseline, 3 defenders around her. Pocket pass to Dean, who fakes and then steps into a double team. Jump ball called, and the arrow sends it back to Franklin-Simpson. Pennington, Rigsby, Harrigan, Myler, Dean, the 5 on the floor. As Bagwell comes front court, Chloe Smith now set the check in at the next dead ball. Left wing collected by Aaliyah Bell. Harrigan on her. Now to Bagwell right side for a 3, and she switches home her 3rd of the night. Bagwell now with 11. 9 of them from downtown. And what a response from Christian County. 22-16, the Franklin-Simpson lead. Pennington misses a runner, and here comes Bagwell once again. It's a 2-on-1 for Christian County. Bagwell stops, left elbow jumper, missed left side, knew she missed it, chased down the rebound, lost control of it though. They're going to say it's last touched by Pennington, and it's going to stay with Christian County on the baseline as Chloe Smith checks in. Madeline Dean comes out. Adriana Smith comes back in for Christian County as well. She'll be the baseline inbounder. It was 22-9, now 7 straight scored by Christian County. Heat check from the left wing off the inbound, missed by Bagwell. Ball being fought for on the floor. Jump ball now going to be called. We'll send it to Franklin-Simpson. Bagwell caught that one and fired it 4 feet off the left wing. And with 3:48 left to go before halftime, Franklin-Simpson gets it back. Down low, Smith flashes for a pass from Rigsby. Was double teamed, tried to drop it to Harrigan, but it goes off her foot and out of bounds. It's been a bit sloppy for Franklin-Simpson. Feels like the lead should be higher than the 6 on the board, but Christian County hanging around. Again, not a lot of size, but a lot of athletes, and they clog up that paint quickly. Bagwell brings it front court. Rigsby guarding her, now sends it over on the right wing to Smith against Pennington. Jabs both ways, now sends it cross court into the hands of Bagwell on the left wing. Harrigan guarding her now. Now walks over to the top of the key as Rigsby will switch on. Bagwell fakes left, goes right, throws up another crazy shot looking for contact. This time no call. Smith gets the rebound. Up ahead Harrigan. Pennington left block, fakes, fires on the second go, and gets her first field goal of the game. Good job to get under control after the fake by Pennington, who had to slam on the brakes after she caught the pass. Now Harrigan picks off one on the right wing. Tiff all the way to the rack, keeps it herself and scores on the right block. Quick 4-0 run for Franklin-Simpson to push the lead out to 10 with 2.5 minutes left to go before halftime. Adriana Smith being pressured up the floor by Pennington. Gets around her with a crossover, leaves it off at the free throw line. Harrigan deflects it, but up with it is Naziah Bell. Outside they reset with an Asia Bagwell. Jabs right now, hands it off to Carly Hobson. Rigsby switches on, and now she switches on to Adriana Smith, who hands it back to Bagwell, and again, Rigsby takes up the matchup. Crossover, step back, Bagwell triple. This one short from the left wing. Rebound tipped out, Smith chases it down for Christian County. Chloe Smith deflects the pass and saves it on the sideline for FS. Smith jabs left all the way to the rim, contact, and she'll go to the line for 2 with a foul against Naziah Bell. What a job by Chloe to keep her balance running down the right sideline as she saved that ball. And she's rewarded with 2 free throws. Second foul called against Bell for Christian County. She's the second starter now in foul trouble. First free throw swishes home for Chloe. She's now 2 for 3 at the line tonight. So Bell will come out, and Carlia Hobson, their second leading scorer at 10.4 points per game, has 2 tonight at the free throw line, checks back in. Smith will come out if she makes the second free throw. She does. She's now got 7. Carmen Phillips takes her spot, the senior, averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds per game. She and Dean the front court with Taylor, Pennington, and Harrigan. 28-16 now FS after the free throws. 1:50 left in the first half. Right wing, Bagwell holds it. Foul is going to be called away from the ball. They're going to get it, I think, against Dean down low. Chloe Smith will immediately check back in. I think they wanted to get a little bit more rest for her in that situation than that, but she was already back at the scorer's table, so Carmen Phillips comes back as Chloe's back in. She sat for about 10 seconds. Inbound comes in up top to Carly Hobson. Sends it over on the left side to Adriana Smith, who wraps up top. Smith hands it off to Hobson, left side, picked up by Taylor, drives, tries to kick, it's deflected by Dean, goes right back to Hobson on the block. Now out to Smith, and Taylor picks her up with 1.5 minutes left to go in the half. Now Bagwell comes to get it, trying to get something going offensively. It's a bit of a matchup 2-3 zone right now for FS as Bagwell steps back and drains her 4th triple. This one from the left corner. She's got 14 of their 19 points. 28-19 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. Minute left to go before halftime. Harrigan to Pennington on the left wing. Fakes a three, now steps back and fires it over to Taylor on the right side. Down low, Smith drives baseline. Double team comes. Foul's called on the floor before she steps through and scores with 54 seconds on the clock. And there are now 4 team fouls against Christian County, so another one in these final 54 seconds of the half puts Franklin-Simpson in the bonus. Chloe catches, misses from 6 feet off the inbound, but Dean gets the offensive rebound on the right block and drops it in for 2. Dean now with 5. 30-19 FS. Bagwell will bring it into the front court with 35 seconds on the clock before halftime. Taylor guarding her at the top of the key. Whoever's at the top switches on to whoever comes to get the ball up top, regardless of who it is. Harrigan trying to rip it away from Carly Hobson and does. Harrigan dribbles left side, floats it up from the block, and scores off the glass. 13-point lead now for FS. Harrigan with 13 to lead the way. 6 seconds left in the half. Bagwell looking to get rid of it. Gets it back 5 seconds. 4. Bagwell behind the back dribble. Taylor hounding her. Blocks the three-point try just before the horn. Gets a couple of yells from her teammates as well. The exclamation point on the second quarter as the Lady Cats outscore Christian County 18-10 and take a 32-19 lead into halftime on the road here in Hopkinsville. It's the Lady Cats by 13 here on Carrie Stovall Court over the Christian County Lady Curdles. We'll take a break. Shotgun snap, he's blitzed, throws a jump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it! Singular touchdown! The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
It's halftime on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Halftime is sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wild
on the season, coming off a 20-point performance Friday in their win in just their second game in action in the last couple of weeks, a 57-52 win over Caldwell County. She also scored 20 points back in December in a loss to Barron County, then put up 20 of their 52 in a 52-42 win over South Warren. She had 10 8 of their 10 points in the second quarter, and has 4 of their total 5 field goals. The most remarkable part about that is, as a team, they average 3.9 three-pointers per game on the season. All of her field goals are three-pointers. They've only made 1 two-pointer the entire game, that being a right elbow jumper from Carly Hobson in the second quarter. Otherwise, everything has been the 4 three-pointers from Bagwell and then 5 made free throws as a team so far in this one, going, though, just 5 for 10 at the free throw line so far. Franklin-Simpson has had another great night at the free throw line, not quite up to the standard that they set against Russellville on Friday, but still pretty good, 7 for 9 as a team at the free throw line. 3 three-pointers made, 2 of them from Tiff Harrigan, who's got 15 points to lead the way for the Lady Cats. 5 for Allie Pennington, 7 for Chloe Smith, and 5 from Madeline Dean rounds out the scoring for Franklin-Simpson. Harrigan has already made it 6 straight games that she's been here at Franklin-Simpson. Those are the 6 total that she's played. Well, 5 games and then a half in this one that she's been in double figures, averaging 16 points per game, had 16 in the win against Russellville on Friday. Her high, the 25 points that she scored in her debut against Russellville in the first matchup between those two teams. Just the 5 on the board for Pennington, but she's tried to find her shot in this one. Just 1 field goal so far, 3 for 4 at the free throw line. We mentioned this during the pregame show. Franklin-Simpson, their total points per game has gone up drastically with Harrigan in the lineup, scoring now 64 points per game over the previous 5 games that she's played, and perfectly on pace right now to get to that 64 with 32 on the board at halftime. That's up from their normal 56 points per game overall on the season. But Pennington has gone from 23 down to 17 and a half in the 5 games with Harrigan, scoring over 20 just once. She did that 8 of their first 14 games of the season. Now, you're fine with a little bit of a drop-off when you're shaving maybe 6 or 7 points off of AP and replacing it with 16 a game from Harrigan. But it's the percentage drops that have taken place as well. The three-point percentage has dropped about 7% from Pennington since Harrigan has been entered into the fold. And that's because so much for her has changed from shooting off the dribble to so much more coming off the catch now, with those two rotating those point guard duties and the playmaking ability of Harrigan, which she showcased with not just the 25 points in her debut against Russellville, but had a double-double with assists in that game against the Lady Panthers. So those two just continuing to work out the kinks of what that backcourt is going to look like as the rest of the season goes on. And it's pretty good to be in a spot where you're working that stuff out, and you're 4-1 coming into tonight with a 13-point lead at halftime to boot. Chloe Smith with 7 points, looking to get into double figures for the 16th time this season. Did it 14 times all of last year for the Lady Cats. She's bumped up her scoring average nearly 5 points per game from a year ago, averaging 13.2 to go along with a team-high 6.2 rebounds so far on the year. And then the 5 from Madeline Dean, certainly good to see, hit just her fifth three-pointer of the season, now 5 for 23 outside on the year, averaging 3.2 points per game. Had a couple of points in that win against Russellville on Friday, where 10 different Lady Cats scored, including all 5 of their seniors. Bit different of a tale here tonight. Just 4 players have scored for Franklin-Simpson, all but 5 of the points on the board coming from that big 3 of Harrigan, Pennington, and Smith. But Kenzie Taylor has played some excellent defense, as have Mila Rigsby. I mentioned that matchup zone that Franklin-Simpson is running, and so much of the action that Christian County runs as something starting on the wing and then that player wrapping around to get the ball and then going to the top of the key. And whoever's been at the top of that matchup zone is just repeatedly switching on to whoever comes to get it at the top of the key, because everybody's in place, but it looks like a man-to-man just with constant switching along the way. And it's been Rigsby or Taylor at the top of that for most of the night, and they've done a fantastic job up there defending through all that rotation and all of that dribble handoff action. And Reese Myler, who got the start, she's continued to contribute on the boards and on defense as well. We'll see if it's the same starting 5 in the second half for Franklin-Simpson, or if they pivot that a bit as the Lady Cats come out on the floor to warm up for the second half of action. Before we get there, let's go over the schedule and what it's going to look like for this week. The Todd County Central doubleheader from last Friday, that had to be, not last Friday, I guess now 2 Fridays from now, that had to be postponed due to the weather, has been rescheduled for tomorrow. A 5:45 broadcast time on that one. It'll be the Lady Cats and the Wildcats will be played at home. Franklin-Simpson hosting Todd County Central, as the boys and the girls both went on the road and took down Todd County in the first matchup between those squads. Again, we'll be on the air with 5:45, 6 o'clock. The girls' game will get us started for that one. And then the district finales come your way Friday night at Logan County. The second time Franklin-Simpson will have seen those Logan County teams getting set to face off in the same venue that things will be taking place for the 13th district tournament as well. Huge matchups all week long. Virtually, if you're the Wildcats, not must wins, because anything can shake out in any way, as we've seen historically in the 13th district tournament, but got to take care of business against Todd County Central on Friday, and then you're certainly feeling much better about your chances in the district tournament if you can notch out a win on the road against Logan County. Lady Cats looking to go undefeated once again in the regular season in 13th district play. They have done it all but one of the last 5 years under head coach Ashley Taylor. 32-19, Franklin-Simpson leads it at the half over Christian County. Second half comes your way right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Hi, my name is Ellison Wilhite, and we would like to invite you to the Princess Pancake Party on February 14th. The event includes a breakfast for both adults and children, arts and crafts, and the chance to meet your favorite Disney princesses and be able to hear them perform. Get your tickets today, and we hope to see you there.
But they did that before.
And for more information, please visit WRECC.com.
And we are set to get the second half underway from Christian County High School. Franklin-Simpson leading at 32-19 over the Lady Colonels, who will have the first possession of the second half. Starting five out on the floor for both teams, and that includes Genesis McGee, the point guard for Christian County, who sat most of that first half with a couple of fouls. She inbounds it to Anasia Bagwell, who has 14 of the 19 for the Lady Colonels. As we get this thing underway, Franklin-Simpson with Kenzie Taylor, Tiff Harris, Allie Pennington, Chloe Smith, and Reese Myler, that same starting five, out here for the second half of play. McGee being pressured on the right side by Taylor, now drives left, stops on the elbow, flips one up inside, gets the bounce off the back of the rim, and McGee back in for Christian County, gets just their second two-pointer of the game to cut the Franklin-Simpson lead to 32-21, 40 seconds in to this second half. Pennington flares off a screen on the left wing, now gets another one from Chloe Smith off the dribble, wraps around to the left block, throws it off the glass and in. Pennington now with 7, Harrigan leads everybody with 15, and the Lady Cats get the lead right back to 13, 34-21. Here comes Chloe Smith off a steal going the other way, and just like that, making a 15-point lead. So good at getting those deflections and then keeping it herself in transition. You don't see too many forwards that can do that, and that's a skill that she took straight from Larisha Cawthorn, watching her the last 2 years. Right elbow, Bell has it for Christian County, now sends it back to McGee on the right wing, guarded by Taylor. Left side, Bagwell, catch and shoot three over Harrigan, missed it long. Pennington with a right block rebound. AP held it with one hand, wanted to dart it into the full court or into the front court, and then traveled as she pulled it down, was trying to throw it quarterback style to Tiff Harrigan, but Tiff had turned her head and wasn't looking when she went to throw it. So it'll go back to Christian County with 6:26 left in this third quarter. And a 36-21 ball game. McGee gets the inbound in the front court. Now sends it up top to Hobson. Hobson to Hobson. Carlia throws to Carly, and Carly took steps on the left wing. Carlia Hobson with 2 points so far. Carly with 2 as well. The junior Hobson sisters, as after the travel, Carly Hobson will come out. Senior Adriana Smith comes back in. Smith scoreless so far, but They've used her for what she's doing right now, and that's defending Allie Pennington everywhere she goes. Pennington got some space with a step back, but lost her dribble on the wing. Now sends it to Reese Myler in the left corner for three. Missed off the front side of the rim, and here comes Bagwell the other way for Christian County. Seals off Taylor, goes behind the back. Harrigan comes from behind to pick her pocket. Tiff Harrigan in transition. It's a foot race with Smith. She wins it, but misses the left-handed layup. Second transition try she's missed tonight. Myler gets it back for FS. Her putback no good. Diving effort in the corner. Ball rolls out of bounds. Who's it last touched by? They say Taylor, who was diving for it with Adriana Smith. And it goes back to Christian County with 5:44 left in the third quarter. Myler will come out as Madeline Dean comes in for Franklin-Simpson. Lady Cats have played great on the defensive end, had 18 points in that second quarter, but still really feels like they're waiting for that offense to click in this one. There have been some great stretches, an 8-0 run in the first couple of minutes of that second quarter. As Harrigan forces the issue on the far side, initially knocked it away, and then Christian County, they say it was last touched by the Lady Colonels. And it'll go back to Franklin-Simpson with a 15-point lead. Harrigan looking to inbound to Pennington, but needs help, and Chloe Smith comes to get at the top of the key, and then right back to Harrigan, deep right wing. Tiff beats the defender off the dribble. Two come to help on the left block. She misses long, but Smith is there to clean it up on the opposite side. Chloe now with 9, and the lead has ballooned up to 17. 38-21, a 6-0 run to start the third quarter for FS. After that 8-0 run to start the second. Left side McGee spins off Harrigan, stuck in traffic, flips it up from 8 feet, pushed it long. Pennington with a rebound, and she wants to run. AP left side behind the back dribble, spins back to the left, floats it up with the left, missed the layup long. Might have been on SportsCenter. She found a way to flip that in, but instead it misses, and Dean picks up a foul going for the rebound that will send it to Christian County. With 4:48 left to go in the quarter as Taylor checks out, Mila Rigsby in for Franklin-Simpson. AP still trying to find it. 5 points, just one field goal. A layup in the second quarter. McGee tries to throw it at the free throw line to Hobson, but Carlia Hobson just never looked at it as McGee fired in the bounce pass, and Coach Radford has seen enough of whatever it's been for the offense in Christian County in this second half so far. 38-21, Franklin-Simpson leads it. McGee had a couple to start the quarter for Christian County. The Lady Cats have scored 6 straight since that point, leading it 38-21 here on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Snowballs of Franklin.
38-21, Franklin-Simpson leading Christian County. 4:35 left to go in the third quarter. Lady Cats with 9 points from Chloe Smith, 7 from Allie Pennington. Tiff Harrigan leading the way with 15 points so far. Carmen Phillips checks in for the Lady Cats. Inbound comes in up top to Adriana Smith after we get underway after the full timeout taken by Christian County. Three-pointer misses. Rebound fought for and initially won by Franklin-Simpson, but it's lost. And the Lady Colonels get it back. Ends up in the left corner. Wide open three missed by Genesis McGee, and here comes Franklin-Simpson the other way. Harrigan into the left corner to Harley Crafton, who just checked in. She drives, slips up a runner from 5 feet, missed short, but she's fouled on the try, so she'll go to the line for 2. Will be the first 2 free throw tries of this second half for Franklin-Simpson after going 7 for 9 in the first half. Crafton taking her first free throws of the season. gets one to go, and it's 39-21. Franklin-Simpson pushed the lead out one more to 18. Ball being fought for down low. Tie-up is going to be called. Madeline Dean was down there to force it for the Lady Cats. Arrow will send it to Franklin-Simpson. And Harrigan will walk it into the front court halfway through this third quarter. Harrigan drives left side, stops from 8 feet and gets a jumper to go. (41-20) now, Franklin-Simpson with a 20-point edge. Wild shot from in the lane. That one missed short. It's going to go out of bounds. McGee was just trying to force something up inside, and it goes right back to the Lady Cats. They've now scored 9 straight since Christian County scored the first points of this third quarter. Harrigan up top, goes behind the back, crosses, gets to the right block, leaves it for Phillips, who lost it trying to dip inside, and Adriana Smith saves it for Christian County. Here comes Genesis McGee the other way, spins on the left block, runs into traffic, wild layup misses, and Franklin-Simpson is up with it. Up ahead, Harrigan all the way to the rack, gets it to go from the right side. Make it a 22-point lead for Franklin-Simpson and 11 straight points. Under 3 minutes left to go in this third quarter. McGee has it on the right wing. She has the only 2 points of the quarter for the Lady Colonels. They try to go down low. It's knocked out of bounds by Franklin-Simpson, so it'll stay with Christian County with 2:42 left to go in this third quarter. Taylor, Myler, and Pennington all in. Rigsby, Crafton, and Dean to come out. Right side, McGee gets the inbound. Now sends it over on the left wing to Bagwell. Feels like her first touch in a while. Working against Pennington. Steps back, had room, didn't shoot it though. Now gives it back to McGee up top. Dribbles back deep on the left wing. Guarded by Harrigan. Deep left side. Smith gives it up top. Now they go on the right elbow into the hands of Bell. Double team comes. Harrigan knocks it away. Kinsey Taylor up with it. Flips it up ahead to Harrigan. Drops it off Myler. Her layup in transition. Good. (13 straight for Franklin-Simpson. It's 45-21. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Smith sends it over on the left wing to Bagwell. Goes down low, lost in traffic. Myler up with it for Franklin-Simpson. Here comes Pennington down the right side. Harrigan wanted it left corner. Instead, it's shoveled down low to Phillips. She spins through on the right block. First try is blocked, and it's collected by Naziah Bell. Gives it off to McGee. Left baseline drive. They're going to get a foul on Phillips on the drive against Carlia Hobson with 1:23 left to go in the third quarter. Phillips and Harrigan out. Zaya Bailey in for Franklin-Simpson, making her 7th appearance of the year alongside Madeline Dean. Inbound lost immediately, and Myler is up with it for the Lady Cats. Here comes Pennington left wing. Double team comes. Shovels it outside to Myler. Into the left corner. Dean catch and shoot three. Missed it short, was dead on line. Thought it was in. And here comes Christian County the other way. McGee crosses over to get around Bailey up top. Had it knocked away. Dean got her hand inside and knocked it out of bounds with 57 seconds left to go in the quarter. So it'll be a baseline inbound for Christian County. And off it, they work it into the hands of Carlia Hobson. She's fouled, and so she'll go to the line for 2 free throws after trying a shot down low. Just 2 points scored in the quarter for Christian County. They were the first 2 points of the quarter. And since then, Franklin-Simpson have scored the last 13. That run finally broken by the free throw from Hobson. who now has 3 points all at the free throw line. She's 3 for 5 there so far tonight. Makes both of these two. Missed her first two and has made her last 4. Makes it 45-23 FS with 55 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Kenzie Taylor trapped in the backcourt. Sends it right side to Myler. Tries to go down low. Dean, it's deflected, but Madeline chases it down on the left wing. Now gives it outside to Taylor. 40 seconds. Myler on the left elbow. Faces up. Kicks it out. Bailey for 3. Missed it short. Myler fighting for the rebound. Contact called as she tried to swoop in from behind and take it. And then good sportsmanship by Madeline Dean to come in and help up Carly Hobson, who went down hard on the elbow. That's who Reese tried to take the rebound from. Zaya will come out after the missed 3. Harley Crafton in. No hesitation from that young lady, trying to find her first three-pointer. She's got 4 points this year in 7 appearances. Harley comes in, split a pair of free throws earlier for her point in this ball game. It's 45-23 FS, 24 seconds left to go. Lady Cats thought they had a deflection. Myler did deflect it, then jammed her finger, but it's recovered by Christian County down low. And it sets up a free bucket for Hobson. So Hobson now has 4 of the 6 quickly in the quarter for Christian County as Myler had tipped it but jammed her finger. So now she'll come out of the game for Franklin-Simpson. Smith back in. Taylor trapped in half court, gives it to Pennington. 10 seconds left to work with. 9 seconds. Pennington crosses, goes behind the back. Double team comes. Goes to the right wing, sends it into the corner to Taylor. Down low, Smith. Got stuck between shooting and passing and just sailed it over the head of Dean. And as it goes out of bounds, the quarter comes to a close. Lowest scoring quarter of the night for Franklin-Simpson with just 13 points, but they put on a clinic defensively, giving up just 6. And 4 of those 6 came late in the quarter. After Christian County scored the first 2, the Lady Cats put up 13 straight and ride it to a 45-25 lead going into the fourth here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a minute.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Nashville Road. All Seasons Rental is a proud sponsor of Franklin-Simpson Sports.
(45-25) Franklin-Simpson leads at Christian County as we get the final quarter underway. Lady Colonels of Christian County have the first possession. Franklin-Simpson led by 19 from Tiff Harrigan, 11 from Chloe Smith. As we get the quarter underway, Christian County misses a layup. Jump ball contested after the offensive rebound, sends it right back to Franklin-Simpson. 18 seconds into the quarter with a 20-point lead. 14 from Anasia Bagwell leads the Lady Colonels. Carlia Hobson has 6, had 4 of their 6 total points in that third quarter. Harrigan hits a slashing Pennington on the left block. Tiff wanted it back on the wing. Instead it goes up top to Taylor. Floats it up to Smith on the left block. Over 2 defenders, left it short, and it's rebounded by Carly Hobson for Christian County. Off to McGee on the left side, and she'll bring it front court. They're going to have to find a way to get Bagwell going if they want to get back into this game. She very rarely touched the ball in that third quarter, as left side McGee is wrapped up and fouled by Harrigan, who was hounding her on both sides. Tiff fouled out of the game against Russellville, finishing with 16 points. She's only got 2 tonight. A minute into the fourth quarter, Franklin-Simpson defends up top against Smith, who is passing it back and forth with McGee. Pennington now picks up a foul, bumping McGee into the backcourt. Allie just 7 points, her season low 11 in that loss to Barron County last Tuesday. As McGee now holds it deep on the left wing. Taylor guarding her loosely. Bit more of a normal man-to-man, at least it looks like now for Franklin-Simpson, rather than that matchup zone we saw for most of the first half. Right side, Adriana Smith has it, tries to get right side and get around Pennington, does so, but then wraps all the way outside, kicks it out to Bagwell for a catch-and-shoot three, misses short, rebounded by Hobson, her shot blocked by Pennington, and it's out on the baseline. Pennington swats it out on the layup try for Carly Hobson. Will stay with Christian County. Bagwell to inbound. But Bagwell's expression says a lot. These Lady Colonels are frustrated. Off the inbound, Bagwell gets into the corner, misses a catch-and-shoot three short. Rebounded by Dean, who gets it off to Harrigan. 6:20 left to go, Lady Cats by 20. McGee defending deep on the left wing. Smith comes to set a screen. Harrigan steps into a three, deep from the left wing, bottoms. That was 5 feet off that left side. 48-25 FS. Harrigan has 22. Her third triple of the night, just the fourth for the Lady Cats. Right block. Smith goes over Dean, missed it long. Madeline has the rebound, tipped her as well. 3-on-2 for FS. Pennington all the way to the rack, left block, fouled from behind. Missed the layup, but has 2 free throws upcoming. She's 3 for 4 at the line so far. What a game from Tiff Harrigan. We talk about the range, and if you've watched this team play, you've seen it for AP Allie Pennington, but my word, Tiff Harrigan's extends out there as well. First free throw misses for Pennington. She's been frustrated so far tonight. But man, for whatever you want to talk about on offense, her defense has been incredible. Second free throw does get the bounce and falls through, so she's got 8 points. Make it 49-25 FS with 5:44 left to go in this one. Christian County season low, 39 points against Bowling Green. They've got just 25. Smith has it in the left corner, now hands it off to McGee. She spins against Rigsby, gets inside, wraps to the right block against Myler and scores. Nice job by McGee, just sealing everybody off. She's now got 5 points, and it's 49-27. FS with 5:20 left to go. Pennington, a couple between the leg dribbles at half court, sets up, gets a screen from Myler, and she is going to be called for an offensive foul. Extended that leg out, trying to set the screen. It's her third with 5:12 left to go in the ball game. McGee gets the inbound on the near sideline, and she'll walk it into the front court. Rigsby waiting for about 10 feet off the half-court line. McGee on the left side to Adriana Smith. Bagwell tries to come and get it. Instead, it goes to McGee in the corner. Outside, it goes to Carly Hobson. Fires up a left elbow jumper, misses long. Pennington comes down with a rebound on the baseline, and then she's fouled by McGee with 4:46 left to go. Third foul on Genesis McGee, who had the first two both in the first quarter. Harley Crafton in, AP out. It'll be Harrigan that brings it into the front court, guarded by McGee. Crossover dribble at half court. They've got her isolated up top. Cross, triple, miss short. Oh, it bounces all the way around and then falls off. Hit the front of the rim, then the back and missed. Here comes Christian County. Numbers the other way. Bagwell keeps it herself, misses the layup. Smith rebounds, sends it back out to Bagwell in the corner, and they reset. Bagwell drives, flips it up inside, fouled on the 6-foot runner. And Anasia Bagwell will go to the line for a third and fourth free throws of the game. Christian County just a 56% free throw shooting team on the year. They're 7 for 10 tonight. Bagwell 2 for 2 is their best shooter on the season at 67%. First of these two falls through. Makes it 49-28 with 4:17 left to go. Taylor comes back in. Crafton out. Second free throw good as well, make it 49-29. For those wondering, the least the Lady Cats have allowed this season, 22 points against Union County. So won't set a new best mark for that. Harrigan has it front court, now sends it over to Rigsby. Up top, Phillips. Now left side to Harrigan. Tiff, guarded by McGee, takes the contact, tries a layup, missed it long, and it's rebounded by Christian County off to McGee, and she'll bring it front court. Right side, Smith drives against Rigsby, steps back, tries an 8-footer, missed long. Myler with a contested rebound for FS, then has it ripped away on the block, and it's scored by Bagwell, who just came up and took it out of her hands with 3:38 left to go. And after that, Coach Taylor is going to take a timeout. 49-31, a quick 6-0 run for Christian County. With 3:38 left, the Franklin-Simpson lead is 18. We're going to keep it here through the timeout. Just 4 points scored so far in this fourth quarter for Franklin-Simpson. 18, their high mark in the second quarter. Scored 13 in a row in the third, but that was all 13 of their points after Christian County scored the first 2 in the final 4 of that frame. This Lady Colonel team 8-8 on the season, 2-2 against teams out of Franklin-Simpson's 4th region. Losses to Bowling Green and Barron County, wins over Todd County Central in South Warren. They've matched Franklin-Simpson from 3, both teams with 4 triples. The Lady Cats averaging 6.5 per game. Went 5 for 15 against Russellville. They've made at least 5 in 13 of their 20 games this season. By far more important has been getting to the free throw line. The Lady Cats 9 for 13 tonight. When they make at least 10, they are 8-1 on the year. Went 19 for 20 against Russellville on Friday. The last 2 seasons overall, 24-1 when making double-digit free throws. Out of the timeout, Lady Cats will go the length of the floor. It's full court pressure being applied by Christian County. Taylor floats it up for Harrigan. Tiff drops it out for Dean on the right block, and that is how you beat a press. Dean now with 7 for the Lady Cats. 51-31 to break the run for Christian County. Bump foul called on the right side. They get it on Pennington against McGee. And that is going to be free throws as well. It's the 5th of the quarter against the Lady Cats. 2nd against Pennington. Really only foul trouble at all is 3 on Myler. It'll be 2 free throws for Genesis McGee, who split a pair in the first quarter. Actually got to take 3 because of a lane violation, but missed the last 2. She's got 5 points so far tonight as the first free throw goes up. It rattles, pops up, and falls through, so give her 6. 51-32, 3:23 left here at Christian County High School. McGee fires up the second. That one's pure. She's got 7, and it's 51-33. Harrigan walks it front court. McGee picks her up. Over to Taylor. Now to Dean on the elbow. Madeline puts it on the floor. Gets the left block, left the layup short. Pennington was fighting for the rebound, but it's taken away by Carly Hobson. Left side, Bagwell hesitates, drives around Taylor, bump from behind on a floater try, misses, but 2 more free throws, and it's Bagwell that'll go to the line to take them. Christian County with some potential to make this interesting down the stretch. 3 minutes left to go. It's an 18-point game, but they're in the bonus, and a team that's excellent at getting to the free throw line. First free throw misses, though, for Bagwell. Now 11 for 15 as a team tonight, averaging 22 free throws per game in their first 4 games against Region 4 teams. Makes the second, and it's 51-34. You get to the free throw line, you can score where that clock stopped. It makes that 3 minutes a lot longer and gives you a lot more life. But the Lady Cats can get an answer here and just about put the dagger in it. Instead, Taylor stuck up top, was trying to pass it and then slipped up and traveled. She's limp on the ankle, so she'll come out. Harley Crafton will come back in with 2:46 now left. And Christian County, really for the first time since the first quarter, because the Lady Cats came out and started the second quarter with an 8-0 run to lead it by 13 at that point. Really for the first time since the opening quarter, feel like they have some life. Now 51-34 with 2:40 left to go. But have sprinted back to get into this game on a 9-2 run. Bagwell holds it deep on the left wing, Rigsby guarding her. Denies the screen from McGee. Tries to kick it out to McGee. Finally does so after it's deflected by Kraft. And McGee gets inside, flips it up from 8 feet, and it's good. 51-36. Making an 11-2 run now for Christian County with 2:10 left to go. 51-36 FS leads. Harrigan deep on the left wing, guarded by McGee. Pulls it back to half court, drives left, cuts back right. Hit at the elbow. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Lady Cats will have a baseline inbound with exactly 2 minutes left to go. It's the 4th foul against McGee. Naziah Bell comes back in for Christian County. Dariana Hickman comes out. You really only hear McGee, Hobson, and Bagwell's names. They're the only ones that touch the basketball. Off the inbound, Rigsby has it on the right wing. Harrigan comes to get it in the right corner. Checks down low, tries to float it to Myler, but it's deflected out of bounds by Carly Hobson. And it'll stay with Franklin-Simpson with 1:50 left to go. Trying to add to a 15-point lead. Harrigan comes to get it right elbow. Tried to float it right back to Myler, but it's deflected and stolen away. Here comes McGee in transition. Spins off on the left wing. Gets a screen. Steps behind it. Top of the key three. Off to the right side. Rebounded by Smith on the right block for Christian County. And she's fouled by Dean. And will go to the line for 2 free throws. That's the 3rd on Madeline. 1:37 on the clock. 2 free throws on the way for Adriana Smith, averaging 3 points per game. She's only taken 10 free throws this season, made 5, and the 11th one misses long. Pennington on the bench right now for Franklin-Simpson with 1:37 left to go. Second free throw misses long as well. Rebound batted, and McGee comes away with it amidst 3 Lady Cats, but then trips up after getting the rebound, is called for a travel. Christian County wanted a foul. They don't get it. And instead, Franklin-Simpson will inbound underneath with Rigsby with 1:34 left. Quickly fires it into Harrigan. Guarded by Smith as she walks it into the front court under 1.5 minutes left to go. Harrigan crosses left, gets into the paint, right-handed runner, misses short. Crafton comes in to get the rebound on the elbow. She sends it over right side to Rigsby, and they reset with Crafton up top. 1:12 left in this one, now hands it off to Harrigan. Tiff being pressured by Smith, gets a screen from Rigsby, now McGee switches on. 15-point lead with 1 minute left to go, just 6 points scored in the quarter. Harrigan drives right, pulls out to the wing, kicks it out to Myler. Wants it back, instead it goes down low to Dean. Contested catch, takes it away from Christian County. Missed her left-handed layup. Fighting for the rebound, but Crofton comes away with it for Franklin-Simpson. Then her pass deflected. Out of bounds, last touch by Hobson for Christian County. It'll stay with the Lady Cats with 44 seconds left to go. Carmen Phillips will check back in for FS. As Harrigan will come out. Coach Taylor seeing how the Lady Cats navigate this without Harrigan or Pennington. Rigsby gets the rebound, the inbound guarded by McGee. Gives it to Dean in the left corner. Under 40 seconds left to go. Up top, Rigsby holds it above her head. Dribbles off to the right side. Double team comes. Throws it over to Crafton in the right corner. Crafton doubled. Back out to Rigsby, but she's fouled as she's making the pass with 26 seconds left to go. First foul against Bagwell. Next one puts Franklin-Simpson in the bonus if they foul again in these final 26 seconds. With a 15-point lead, 51-36. Lady Cats just holding on. Now they're going to move it to a sideline inbound. By the Franklin-Simpson bench, comes into Rigsby. Breaks away from the defender, gets all the way to the left block. Scoop layup misses short. Bagwell up with it for Christian County, and she's fouled. Myler and Phillips were both in the area. They get it against Myler, her 4th, with 19 seconds left to go. So Bagwell will take 2 more free throws. She's 5 for 6 overall tonight, 3 for 4 in this 4th quarter as Christian County has outscored the Lady Cats 11-6, but had a 20-point pad coming in. First free throw good for Bagwell. Now a 12-2 run, but won't matter. Second free throw rattles off. McGee with an offensive rebound for Christian County. Jump ball called this time. Arrow keeps it with the Lady Colonels with 16 seconds left to go. They're going to have a chance to avoid the season low or at least match it. 37 on the board, their low 39. They shovel it into the corner. Bagwell guarded by Myler. Now she's going to fire up a left wing three. Misses short. Smith lost the rebound down low for Christian County. Was she pushed or did she just lose it falling out of bounds? Seems like she just lost control, and it'll go back to Franklin-Simpson with 6 seconds left. Nobody for the Lady Cats going to inbound it. Now Crafton goes to get it. And she'll be the one to trigger it as Franklin-Simpson tries to milk out the rest of this game. Inbound comes into Myler. She picks up her dribble, gives it to Rigsby. She brings it across half court, and that will bring this one to a humble close. Only 6 points put up in the final frame by Franklin-Simpson, but they had a 45-25 lead coming into the quarter, and they walk away with a 51-37 win on the road at Christian County on a Monday night to open the week before they get right back into district play tomorrow night against Todd County Central. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get you all the numbers from this one. We'll chat with Coach Taylor and pick out our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game from Hopkinsville here at Christian County High School, where the Lady Cats win it 51-37. Your post-game show on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do 3 minutes because I think we'll run it to the end from here. Hopefully.